onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nifty move. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way, because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, it's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners, because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, two of the best rivalries in the NFL.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this complete to Mitchell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd and inches, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And he hits his target, left side, Watson. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a make. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. His throw incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. The Lance going to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Locke on the bootleg. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, and looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To throw it is Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they fall.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. On first down, it's Mitchell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 31, Lance checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a give right side. Mitchell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Here's Lance. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd and 7, Locke throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're...
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Locke's throw complete there to St. Brown. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. There he goes left side. 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 29, Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On first down, Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And he will find his man, Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Deebo Samuel was a revelation for the 49ers in their run to the NFC Championship in his rookie year of 2019. Injuries kept him to just 7 games last year, but he brings a dimension of creativity when he's out on the field. And he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
They'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A 12-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Now a give right side. Mitchell. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a play fake. Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Lance looking to throw it. It's caught. Mitchell. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That caught by Trimble. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Again, it's Locke. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke flush to his right. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Locke, got to have this one. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They look to throw, it's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Locke again. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Locke. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the 49ers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lance now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On play action, Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Lock to throw. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Lock. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Lock. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lock. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Lock looks to throw it again. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 24, Lock. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Lance. Incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
From midfield, here's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trey Brown. And some room to run now. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Lock. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go. But they need to get this one back, no doubt. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
But without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Niners, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.